Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have a little bit of a PlayStation 5, pretty big disappointment when it comes to restocks and all of that. And as well, also on top of that, after the restock talk is all done, we'll be talking about a few other little kind of big stories and game stories kind of floating around all throughout today. We have some game delays, we have some good game news, we have some good game theories as well. So a lot of little things all floating around throughout this video, but we'll start off with the restock stuff and talk about that and that disappointment first. And we'll go into everything else right afterwards. So as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. A link down below. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stack and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. I appreciate you guys always so much for watching, clicking, and let's go dive in the actual video itself and leave a like if you guys would like. So, the kind of big disappointment today is, as of now, and even still, we have not seen the public queue for the PlayStation Direct. So I'm sure you guys probably heard me when I came to those videos, is that it was like always that small chance that we would not have a public queue afterwards, but I was always being like, hey, follow on Twitter or subscribe in case it does, and I alert you guys all on out. So I think what I would kind of want to say, because we did have a public queue up on this Friday, that's kind of be my kind of guess, is that they probably just had all their extra stock for that day, because it was kind of a weird everything. They basically did not announce the last PlayStation Direct public queue. It went live. It had like a 45-minute timer. The website was being weird and all of that. So in my mind, I could probably just assume, and Sony just disappoints us all as per usual, just sad boy hours over here, that we just basically didn't have our public queue afterwards. Though I did want to say, we actually did have some reports and some comments saying that the normal invite, like individual invite link, still had stock for a while, which is why we were kind of assuming there's gonna be a public queue. It's like 80% of the time there will be a public queue right afterwards, and then sometimes we have these sad moments like this where we just get disappointed by Sony. But I mean, that's okay. We'll hopefully have some more of them throughout the next few days. But if you guys even saw this up on the emails, we did go and see the dates kind of be around like the 15th or so. So, I mean, in theory, if there is still stock, maybe they're having the public queue, or more so the private queue, open up for a little bit longer. So anyone who has the chance to get the emails maybe has an extra 2 or 3 days to try get it. I'm not sure exactly, because I personally do not have the email. So if any of you guys that actually got the email from the PlayStation Directs, feel free to leave a comment down below or keep us in the loop, or even maybe check now or throughout the next few hours and let us know if there is actually any chance you guys to still buy your consoles. Usually we've seen those usual queues open for like 2-3 hours, and then after that's all done, then it goes into the public, which is why we usually assume it. But like I said, it's been like an 80% chance, and I even said on those previous videos that there is always a chance it does not happen. But we're on the sad boy hours over here. I just wish there was another proper drop, because then all of you guys could hopefully would be like, hey, I got my console, and be all super excited and happy. So it didn't happen, and we're a little bit sad on that. But the next expected dates for us to be on the lookout for will be tomorrow, to go and see if Sony does go and send out any more of the individual invite links and individual emails. And if they do, then on Thursday, we can maybe be expecting a drop. But we also did go have a public queue on Friday, which also could either mean that we might have another drop on Friday, or all the individual stock was sold out on that last Friday a few days ago. And I think some of those orders still have not fully shipped, and some have. It depends on like what the area is and stuff like that. So it's kind of going like a 50-50 on that. It kind of stinks, because it always kind of just depends on the stock and variation on that. So what can you guys kind of go and do? But at least we did go and have the GameStop drop that happened earlier on today. I'm sure you guys maybe saw me talk about that or mention that a lot. At least we did have some confirmed stuff going on, and it also was confirmed for the people with the emails. And GameStop, we had a pretty good sizable big restock, and a lot of folks out there did get their consoles. So even though we did have a pretty big, sad, and disappointing moment with the PlayStation Direct, hopefully we'll have another one soon. And as well, same with GameStop. At least we did have some pretty big, sizable bundles out there where a lot of folks in the community had a chance to get their PlayStation 5 consoles finally after all of this time. So Sony did disappoint us a little bit over here, but if you guys saw earlier on today, we also did go and see some pretty big Sony devs go and surprise some people with a bajillion consoles. There's 260 consoles that were actually given out to Project Eve developers. It was actually a really wholesome story. But now we actually have some new gaming news floating around. So there's been a lot of actual weird kind of bits and pieces of gaming news on top of the Apple conference that we talked about earlier on today, but kind of surprising because we have a lot of these little baby things. We also do have the brand new PlayStation 5 update, which I think I will dedicate a proper video towards in a few hours. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. I'll probably go and tweet that on out if you guys want to watch. But with all the other various gaming news today, we had NVIDIA leaks. NVIDIA actually confirmed up quite a few kind of big AAA games. We saw some big things like Infamous 3 and a few other various games mixed on in, though Nvidia themselves publicly did go and state that those leaks are not fully factual, but the internal information in terms of the updates and Nvidia graphics updates are. So they kind of put a lot of people on the split end thinking that, well, why on earth would there be all these really big AAA games listed if they were not actually supported and or not actually in the works already? So there was kind of a nice little big list in that one. Like I said, though, that Infamous leak has been floating around throughout the past week or so, and that was actually included on the list. There wasn't anything else super crazy. There was a few like mid-tier AAA and well-developed games on there, but that's about all we kind of saw from that. But as well, we also did go and see things like Dying Light, with a little bit of sad news on this one. And I think a lot of you guys would probably agree with our takes. I always do say this, and I do think that's a normal thing, and even Reddit themselves, is that I would rather go and have a delayed game than a broken game. So we did have Dying Light tweet this on earlier on today, basically stating, hey, there's some important news to share with you guys about the development progress on Dying Light 2. Stay human. It has always been our company's goal to build transparent and honest communication with our community, fans, and gamers. Every day we strive to grow in this element. The team is steadily progressing with the production, and the game is nearing its finish line. The game is complete. We're currently working on playtesting it. It's by far the biggest and most ambitious project we've ever done. Unfortunately, we've realized for us to bring the game to that level we envision, we need more time to polish and optimize it. This is why we have decided to move the release date to February 4th, 2022. So a little bit on the sadder side over there, but I always keep on saying I would personally rather go and have a delayed game that works than then release a game that is going to be an absolute mess, like how it was for Cyberpunk. So a little bit on the sad news there. I know quite a few people in my community are looking forward to that. As well, we've also had some other kind of big news over here. We actually did have the confirmation that the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy game is actually announced. It has gone gold. And whatever gold means, it basically means that the game is pretty much good to launch, and it will be launching on set time. So October 26th, we will be on the lookout for that. I'm like middle excited for this game. I'll be honest. I was like, maybe good, maybe bad. We're going to have to go and see how it kind of plays on out. I'm more excited for, of course, Wolverine and Spider-Man, but that's still quite a few ways away. We also have the official Rocket League update. We covered this news not that long ago. Heads up, we have an update coming to all platforms today at 4 p.m., 11 p.m. UTC, which at this time of me making this video should be good. Should be all done, should be actually fully up there, or at least now in the process of it. And this update also does include the fix for the 120 FPS support on the PlayStation 5. Today's update also removes voice chat from the game client on all platforms. More details to follow in more of the patch notes. So I know a lot of you guys also are big on the Fortnite, Warzone, Rocket League type style, and NBA 2K, all those types of games. So just bear that in mind. We actually do have the update for that, and I believe by the time this video is up, it should be fully updated. And some last little baby bit of news in terms of the whole gaming industry. Once again, our good old boy Kojima, with his crazy antics coming out over here, had a nice little news bit today saying that Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding creator Hideo Kojima wants to make a game that also changes in real time. This guy is like crazy, but I also love people like him because it kind of makes the whole gaming industry a little bit more fun. So there's been little disputes when it comes to talent and inventiveness of Japanese video game designer Hideo Kojima, which he's made a bunch of cool games. So basically, he actually has an interview with the Japanese gaming publication Anan. Kojima would actually like to make a game that literally changes in real time and in accordance to the individual player, which I love the idea of this. Say you're having say you're in a boss fight and the boss fight's too hard. Maybe they change up the entire zone area. Maybe like you're in a multiplayer game and like you're just getting overwhelmed. You want to just go and chill, so the game turns more chill into single player. I'm not sure exactly how or what he wants to plan on doing this, but I like the initial concept idea with it. So what I want to do is make games that change in real time. Kojima said people of all ages and professions are playing the same game, but everyone's playing in the same way. Instead, it's something that changes depending on where you live and how you feel about it. Kojima referenced that the idea would build upon the once instituted, I'm just not going to read words today, in a previous game in his resume, Bokai, The Sun is in Your Hands, which was released for the Game Boy back in the day. I made a game called Bokai, The Sun is in Your Hands before. It's a portable Game Boy Advance with a sun sensor and clock. The amount of light from the sun is reflected in the game to defeat vampires, so the game changes depending on where and when you play. This kind of device connects the system created by people in the real world. So basically, Kojima once again has some of the craziest ideas out there, and let me know all your thoughts on this one. If you guys are sad about the PlayStation Direct, all these little game news, and be on the lookout for a few more hours for our kind of in-depth video on the upcoming PlayStation 5 update. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch room as well. Link down below. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stack and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up in the next one.